Rose the Whitbucator was the real Rose who survived the Titanic. She was a first-class passenger on the RMS Titanic. Rose was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania on April 5, 1895 to Ruth the Whitbucator and her husband, Thomas. Her mother was a former opera singer, and her father was an iron and steel magnate. She was raised in a world of elegance and privilege, with her parents sending her to exclusive schools in London. Rose had a fiancé, Cal Hockley, who was from a wealthy family and would have been her ticket out of her own confined life. When the Titanic set sail, Rose was protected from the cold, as she was traveling in the first-class section. On board, Rose befriended Jack Dawson, and a forbidden love began to blossom between them. Cal, believing that Jack was a third-class passenger posing as a first-class man, panicked and proposed to Rose. Aware of her mother's disapproval of Jack, and not wanting to further burden him, Rose agreed to marry Cal. When the Titanic collided with an iceberg, the upper-class passengers were ordered onto the lifeboats first. Soon after the ship struck the iceberg, panic set in and orders were given for everyone to evacuate. After a great struggle to get away from the sinking ship, Rose boarded a lifeboat with other passengers. Once on the lifeboat, Rose had to watch helplessly as many of her former passengers succumbed to the ocean. As the lifeboat drifted in the middle of the North Atlantic, Rose was one of the few survivors of the Titanic disaster. Fortunately, Rose was rescued by the RMS Carpathia and taken to a New York hospital, where she was reunited with her mother. Upon returning to New York, Rose remained fearful of what had happened and chose to avoid media attention. At the subsequent inquiry into the tragedy, Rose testified to the court about her experience aboard the ship. After her return to the American continent, Rose had gone through quite a lot of pain and regrets. She found it hard to move on and, in her own words, think of the happier things in life. The sinking of the Titanic was hard to forget, and Rose harbored a degree of guilt for surviving. Rose was unable to speak of her experiences during the disaster for many years, but eventually opened up. Later on, she found that she had many vivid dreams associated with the sinking of the Titanic. Rose came to terms with what happened to her and became a successful business entrepreneur. She married a man she loved and had a happy and prosperous life until her death in 1996. Rose was the embodiment of a survivor, a woman who refused to give up hope and persevered against all odds.